Ali is a young man who has a savant syndrome. He has faced with many difficulties throughout his life due to his special condition. When he was little child, he did not have any friends and suffered from the bullying of neighborhood kids. That's why his elder brother had to take care of him all the time. One of these times, his elder brother passed away while he was trying to persuade neighborhood kids to play with them. After then, Ali was blamed for the death of her brother and was abandoned by his family. Ali left alone after the death of elder brother. He has been raised in an orphanage and has done his best to survive in this cruel world. Even though Ali has a savant syndrome, he manages to go to medical school and graduates as the best student. He has a genius level memory and special medical skills. Now, Ali needs to receive his training at the hospital and start working as a doctor. Even though he applies for many hospitals, he is not accepted to receive resident training due to his special condition. Professor Adil, who works as the chief director at one of hospitals in Istanbul, knows Ali's special ability and wants to give him an opportunity to have a normal life. Professor Adil attempts to persuade the directors of the hospital to accept Ali for training. For this reason, he calls for Ali for an interview in Istanbul. On this call, Ali travels to Istanbul for the first time in his life. When he arrives at the airport, he finds himself in the middle of an emergency. One child is seriously injured by a piece of glass that falls from the ceiling. Ali does the first aid successfully, performs operation just by the knowledge he acquired from medical books, and saves the child's life. During this time, people at the airport record his operation and share it on social media as a miracle. Due to this emergency, Ali cannot go to his interview on time. Meanwhile, the directors of the hospital do not want to accept Ali for a training. However, they see the video on social media that is about Ali's performing first aid at the airport. Also, the journalists come to the hospital and look for Ali. Due to positive publicity on social media and on TV, the hospital directors have no choice but to accept Ali for training. Nefes was forced to become the wife of Vedat Sayar when she was just 16 years old. She has been captive for 8 years and never allowed to go outside the house. Her only happiness in this life becomes her little son, Yiğit. Nefes has been exposed to domestic violence for 8 years. She never accepts to become the real wife of Vedat and tries to escape from his captivity whenever possible. She aims to take his son and run away from Vedat, however, she fails all the time. Nefes' life changed dramatically when Vedat decides to do business with Kaleli family from the Black Sea region and engages in mining sands. It is conservative ordinary family where the biggest son, Mustafa, manages the family business, while the second biggest son, Tahir, becomes the captain of their sand mining ships. Tahir is a rebellious, brave, fearless, free-spirited, and a little bit crazy young man. She takes his son and hides inside the car of Kaleli family. After the dinner, Kaleli family returns to Trabzon without knowing that they are hosting Nefes and her son. Upon arrival to Trabzon, Tahir finds out Nefes at the luggage compartment and continues to hide her until family goes to the house. He decides to save her from Vedat's cruelty and tries to do his best not to let her go despite his family's objections. Ali Akarsu is a sea captain who is constantly away from his home in Istanbul. He has 4 children, Derin, Aylin, Mete, and the youngest son Osman. What keeps these 4 children together is Jamile, the longtime partner and wife of Ali. After a long voyage, Ali returns home. Although everything seems perfect on surface, his return brings serious difficulties. The life of Akarsu family irrevocably changes when Jamila discovers a letter written in another language in Ali's jacket. As the story ensues, we learn that Ali has an affair with Caroline in his voyage. Their affair soon affects every member of the family and brings a lot of trauma. In this story, you will explore the dramatic changes to the lives of Akarsu family after matriarch's extramarital affair. How will Jamila react when she learns that her husband has an affair? Will Ali go back to her wife or stay with Caroline? Will the children eventually forgive their father? Shahrazad is a talented architect who works in a construction company owned by Onur and Kerem. She loses her husband and is devastated once more when she learns that her 5-year-old son suffers from leukemia and needs an urgent and very expensive surgery. Shahrazad finds $15,000 by her effort and still needs much more money to afford her son's very costly surgery. Although she knows that she is an unwanted bride, she desperately asks her father-in-law for money but is rejected cruelly. As a last chance, Shahrazad tries to receive loan from her boss, Onur, who is secretly attracted to her. Onur accepts to give her the money on one condition, that she spend one night with him. This indignant offer, which turns the life of Shahrazad upside down, becomes the beginning of everything. Bihter is also a socialite couple's daughter. She wants to get revenge from her mother because her father had died whilst catching her mother cheating on him. Therefore, she decides to marry Adnan, an older, rich and successful guy, because she thinks that by this way she can prevent her mother from marrying him. While searching for peace, safety, and happiness in Adnan's show home, Bihter meets passion. At the beginning, she shows no interest in Behlul, who develops a crush on her. However, as time passes, Behlul and Bihter fall completely into each other and become drowned by their infatuation with each other. They start having a secret and passionate affair, and their secret love affair soon affects every member of a family. A wealthy Karadağ family owns vast estates in Cappadocia in Middle Turkey. After the death of the family patriarch, the oldest son, Seymen, takes the place of his father. Seymen starts to bear all the responsibility of the family business on his shoulders. When Seymen goes to study in New York, he meets a beautiful girl, Bahar, a daughter of a family from Istanbul. They fall in love and decide to get married. Bahar is an aspiring painter and has grown in a modern family, unlike Seymen's family. Despite the difference between their families, they get married in Seymen city of Nevşehir, Cappadocia. They settle in the wine mansion and start to live with Seymen's mother Sumbul, brother Seyhan, and 2 sisters. Soon Bahar realized that new home is very different than hers and is stunned by the behavior and mannerisms of the local people.